Boris in the Dark Survival. Now this is something interesting because I'm sure everybody expected the next, thing for them to announce is the first chapter for Bendy and the Dark Revival. Instead, we got another game called Boris and the Dark Survival. And no, this is absolutely official. This is not fan made. This is by Kindly Beasts themselves. So, yeah, this is a little interesting. I don't know if this is like a spin-off or a side story or what. For all we know, this could be the true Bendy and the Dark Revival. And they had a name, but then they thought, let's make it about Boris instead. Although that wouldn't really line up with the teaser trailer that we saw last year. So, I don't know. But anyways, yeah, this is official trailer. Let's check it out, I guess. Sketches. It's a prequel. It's a prequel, isn't it? We discover an old friend. Is it a prequel? Just from that first one. I'm sorry, but I'm jumping to conclusions, but play as Boris the whoa. Oh, they're going for a alright, starts with Dark Zero, which is of course randomly generated. Of course it's with that sort of layout of the game, but they're going for more of a just for that first thing, it feels like a cross between Bendy, but mainly that's just like the aesthetic side, but like gameplay looks like Showdown Bandit, the other game that they made. Oh, quick time events, scavenge for supplies, seek out lost secrets, survive the ink demon. Oh! Alright then. Wait, $1? $1? That thing was only $1? It's on Google Play! Well then, that's good for me because until I get a computer and equipment and whatnot to be able to play games on my Switch and whatnot, I mean, I'm stuck with this. I'm stuck with my phone. Only $1. Next week. That's so soon. It's $1. $1. That has to be the cheapest game I've ever known about. I mean, most games, when they're at a low price like that, is like, I don't know, 5 up. $1. Like a candy bar at Walmart. Dude, let's look at this a little more. But still, just that first line before Dark Revival begins. I'm thinking this is some kind of prequel to the Dark Revival. The prequel to Dark Revival, Dark Survival. Now, one thing that's also interesting a little bit of spoilers, kind of, for no, not now, Juno. But a bit of spoilers for the original Bendy and Ink Machine. I guess we already know that the Boris we meet in Chapter 2 at the end and travel with in Chapter 3 and go off to rescue, and his real day's been turned into a monster in Chapter 4. No, that's just one of the many clones that have been made. So is this also a clone Boris? Or is this Tom before? Well, then again, I don't know. It could be Tom, but it couldn't also not be, because I remember back when Dark Revival was first announced. I can't exactly who said. I think it was one of the people hoping to work on the game, or maybe it was the official Twitter for Joju Studios, or maybe we were kind of whichever it was a tweet about Dark Revival saying not a prequel, not a sequel. So it's not a prequel to the original game, nor is it a sequel to the original game. Meaning it can only be one of two things. As Matt Pat had explained in a theory, was that it could either be a side story or an alternate universe. So it could be Tom. Like that at first I questioned myself, but no. If it was a side story, jeez, yeah, it could also. It could be Tom. If it was a side story, I don't know what I'm saying. If it was a side story, then it could be Tom on his way to, being Tom. The Boris Tom, who we meet in Chapter 4, along with Alice and Angel. Or it could just be another clone. Or it could be Tom in another universe. Or a Boris clone in another universe. I don't know. Oh god, oh god, it's confusing when you don't get a direct timeline. So we got quick time events, and it's literally like practically a crossover of Bendy and Showdown Bandit, but without the crossover. More so, it's like taking Bendy and putting the Showdown Bandit field. Actually, no. I mean, yeah, the style, the top-down control thing is obviously reminding me of Showdown Bandit. That is natural of the first thing to come to mind, because it's, Showdown Bandit is the only other game aside from Bendy and Nightmare Run that they've made. But it's also reminding me of 60 seconds and 60 parsecs, if you know what I'm talking about. It was I'm pretty sure it was pretty big a few years ago or something like that. It was like a game where where you basically scavenge around. You had limited time to scavenge around for materials inside your house. You gotta get as much stuff as you can into the bunker before 60 seconds is up. Or 60 parsecs, it's a spaceship or something like that. And then, using the supplies you got, you had to survive as long as you can until you either just die because you failed, or due to circumstances out of your control, or you got an ending. I think like being rescued by the military in 60 seconds or something like that. Run mechanic, I'm sure. Scavenging for supplies. That I wonder what that's about. Like the other ones, he just kind of took the supplies. That time he actually took it and used it. So that makes me think it's like a healing mechanic, and you have a. It's not like you get because like we know that Bendy survived the Ink Demon. That was the part that we saw Bendy in this trailer. So it's safe to assume that there's going to be enemies that we gotta look out for. I'm sure not just Bendy. I'm sure we'll see like searchers and Butcher Gang members. But it seems like that it's not just like, one shot and you're dead. Or so that you have a certain amount of hits before you're dead, you gotta start over. And, yeah, you get secrets, so that could mean that there is absolutely, that this does indeed tie in to the series. So this is probably going to help us answer a lot of questions. Or it's going to do what the Chapter 5 for the first game did, and answer questions, but just create a lot more. Survive the Ink Demon. That's a funny little thing at the end of there. It's still $1. I can't get over that price. And next week, they've had this in the works in secret for a while. Seriously, see, it's literally only 5 days away. Wow, they've been busy. They have to have been pretty busy because for all we know, they could be. Although I doubt it at this point. It's been quite a while. But I mean, I'm not going to dampen the spirits of the theoretical people who most likely do not exist, who are waiting for another update to Bendy and Nightmare Run. But, no, it is possible they could be working on another update. I personally just I've personally given up. But like I said, it is possible. And they are, we know for a fact that they're definitely working on the other chapters of Showdown Bandit. And there's Dark Revival. And on top of that, they had enough time to make this as well. Like, wow. Like, even if this game isn't as, vast as you may think, comparing it to comparing it to Bendy or Shadow Bandit, or even technically Bendy and Nightmare Run, since, that was small, but still kind of a lot. Even if it's not like a really big game, it's still. Wait, yeah, it still had to have a lot of time. It had to have taken a while to make this as well, especially with the fact that they're doing other projects as well. So wait. Didn't Bendy first appear back in 2017? It just indie title, as an indie game, just a small little indie game. And in just about 2 years, they've they've grown so much. That's impressive, man. That's impressive. Kudos to Kindly Beast, or maybe whatever, because I know they did change the company name to Kindly Beast, but the Meatly is still around, so I don't really know what to officially call them. So I'm just gonna go with both for now, but still, Boris and Dark Survival. I can't wait, man. I can't wait.